Hello friends, this is Hedda. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to your first of many mochibujo videos if this is your first time here. I'm just getting out all of my blue stationery for this one because I am making a blue penpal letter themed around my blue butterflies sticker sheet from my shop Ikigai Papier. Like usual, I am starting with the envelope, and I'm just starting by putting down some washi tape to kind of create a base. Well, I guess technically this is pet tape and not washi tape because it's made from plastic and it is see-through. Next, I am ripping up a memo pad sheet, and this is where I will write the address of the recipient. And then I'm just gonna play around with other components to put on this envelope, and I want this envelope to kind of represent the theme of the letter. The washi tape I am putting down right here is from the washi tape shop, and I do have a discount code with them, so you can find that in the description box below. This letter is actually for my pen pal Lina, also known as mochibujo on Instagram and on YouTube. So here I am just lettering her name, and I did this a few times because I wasn't happy with how they looked. I actually ended up with the second option after adding a few more things to it, like outlining it properly and then adding some highlights. And I used a dark blue Archer & Olive Calligraph brush pen to letter this, and then I used a Tombow Dual brush pen for a little drop shadow in a lighter blue. I tried to cut it out quite nicely so that you'd be able to see most of the envelope design behind the lettering. That's also why I used my X-Acto knife to cut out the space between the L and the I. And I get a lot of questions about my X-Acto knife. It is from a brand called Olfa. I bought it in Japan a long time ago, and I just switch out the blades regularly to make sure that it is really sharp. That way I can use a light hand when I cut washi tape or anything else in my journal, for example, or on top of this envelope without cutting through the layer below. So definitely use a light hand and a sharp blade when using X-Acto knives. I'm using a glue stick rather than glue tape to glue down the piece of paper I'll be writing the address on, because I find that glue sticks are better when attaching things to washi tape and pet tape, while glue tape tends to just slide off after some time. So this way I don't have to worry about the address coming off. I used a few different stickers to decorate this envelope. The girl sticker is from a sticker pack from Stationery Pal. The black and white flower sticker is from Vinka, and so are the little branch stickers. The butterfly stickers are from my own shop, ikigaipapier.com, and the washi tapes that I've used here are from the washi tape shop and Notebook Therapy. I will put links to all these products in the description box below, as well as discount codes to the shop that I have discount codes for. So if you see something that you'd like to have for yourself, definitely check that out. I'm adding some sparkles with my vintage blue Zebra Sarasa gel pen, as well as my metallic gold Sakura jelly roll pen. I'm using gold because there's some gold gilding in the washi tapes, and this is a nice way to kind of build further on that and bring some extra sparkle to this envelope. I also added this little confetti sticker, but the color is so similar to the color of the envelope that it kind of disappears a bit. On the back of the envelope, I'm making a smaller collage where I'm going to put my return address. If you're just starting out with pen paling, definitely make sure to put your return address somewhere on the envelope so that A, your pen pal knows where to send the reply to, and B, so that the postal service can return the letter to you if it couldn't be delivered. I like to put mine on the back since that's the standard in my country, and it also won't interfere with the design on the front of the envelope, but the rules are different everywhere, and it's not really that strict, so just put it wherever you can fit it. I usually put my PO box address as the return address since that's where I receive most of my letters. I've put my PO box address in the description box in case any of you want to write to me. I try to reply to everyone, but I don't always succeed, so I can't guarantee that you will get a reply, but I do my best. Here I am making the folder that will hold my letter and the extra gifts that I want to send to Lina. I tried something new this time, and I'll try to talk you through the process. I got an A4 sized sheet of paper and I measured the size of the envelope to make sure that it would fit in there after I fold it up. I'm cutting off a strip of paper on the long side, except for a little bit at the end, which will turn into a pocket once I fold it upwards. And I'm gonna fold this piece of paper 3 times to make it a folder with a flap around the front. I don't think that I can explain this very well with words, so I'm really happy there's a video to go along with my commentary, because otherwise you'd all be very confused right now, I think. I actually saw this folder design at a store called Norway Design in Oslo, and I thought it was so fun and creative and uses a lot of the paper without wasting much of it. So I wanted to try it for myself, and later I'll use the paper I cut off to make a belly band to hold a letter, as well as a pocket for washi tape samples. So this really uses all of the paper almost. For the washi tape sample, I cut one of my PVC cards in 2 since I didn't have any gift tags at this time. I thought the whole PVC card would be a bit large, so that's why I cut it in half. I'm putting some washi tape from Notebook Therapy and Takti on here, and I don't think that Lina has any of these from before, especially not the Takti ones. So it's nice to send her something new. Lina does have a lot of stationery, so I always worry that I'll send her duplicates, but at the same time, it wouldn't be the end of the world. And I really like all of these washi tapes, so it's something that I would be happy to receive as well. The last time Lina wrote to me, she included a lot of butterfly stickers and washi tape, so that was kind of the inspiration for this letter, but I made sure to not send her back any of the butterfly stationery she sent to me, because that would be pretty silly. Also, the butterfly stationery that she sent to me was more like purple and pink, while this letter and this theme is definitely very blue. There is so much blue in this letter, and it kind of challenges me as well, because I find blue very difficult to work with, and I know I've said this a lot recently, and then I've actually made a lot of blue stuff this year, so I'm kind of proud of myself, but I still feel a little bit uncomfortable around blue, so I'm working on it. This is exposure therapy, or whatever it's called. Here I am starting to decorate the folder, starting by decorating the pocket, and I used the same blue washi tape that I put in the washi sample to kind of make a border around the whole pocket, and then I'm filling that with washi tape and ephemera. I kind of went all out on decorating this folder, and it turns out to be a lot at the end, but in a good way, I think. I think the end result actually looks really nice, so I'm excited for you to see the final results, because it's very different from what it looks like right now. I didn't have a concrete plan for this when I started decorating, which is usually the case for me in penpal letters. It started out fairly simple, just decorating the pocket and then adding a belly band on the middle part of the folder to hold the letter that I wrote to Lina. I just used some of the paper I'd cut off from the A4 sheet when making the folder, and I folded in the edges so that I could easily glue it onto the folder. I didn't actually measure anything, but it turned out the washi tape frame and the wide blue washi tape fit perfectly on the belly band, which made me feel so good. You have no idea. It was so satisfying. I used a glue stick again to glue the band onto the folder, and again, a glue stick is way better when working with textured paper, like the craft paper I'm working with here, because it will stick better than glue tape for some reason. I got these acrylic stamps from Stationery Pal this winter, and I thought that did work really well with this theme, but I don't actually have an acrylic block to attach the stamps to when stamping, so I kind of just DIY'd it by using the plastic cover as the block. It was flimsy and a little bit inconvenient, but it got the job done, and I mean, it worked. I should probably go get an acrylic block in the future, but for now, this will do, I guess. If I'd had a blue ink pad, I would have used it here, but I don't. So I used black ink and I stamped butterflies and moths all over, like literally all over. It looks very busy right now, but once I fill the pockets and put in the letter and all of that, it's not going to look quite so busy because the items will cover a lot of the butterflies. The idea was to make it look like there was a swarm of butterflies, because that's something that I've never seen in real life, but it just looks so amazing and beautiful on the nature shows, you know? So I wanted to convey that image by using the stamps. I really like this stamp set because there are so many different butterflies and moths, So even though I used some of the stamps several times, it kind of looks like they're all unique and different. I decided I needed an extra pocket for the washi tape samples, and since parts of the folder would be covered by the flap, I made a small pocket using the leftover paper and I glued it onto the front of the folder. It will be covered up when the folder is closed, so the washi tape sample isn't going to fall out or anything. I decorated the pocket the same way that I decorated the other pocket and the belly band, and I've never decorated pockets this way before, but the structure was kind of a nice contrast to the chaos of the butterfly stamps inside of the pocket, so I think the result is quite nice. And I'll probably make something like this again in the future because it worked really well with these wide washi tapes. I wanted to decorate the rest of the front of the folder, and by front I mean the area around the washi sample pocket as well as the flap that will fold over. I used the hydrangea pet tape from Notebook Therapy along the edge, and then I used the same pet tape along the edge of the flap, which I think helped blend them together a bit when the folder is closed. But before that I stamped a bunch of butterflies on this side as well, so that lots of butterflies will be revealed when Lina opens up the first flap of the folder. And this way I think that the different parts of the flaps and sides of the folder blends together well and feel more connected, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if I can really convey what I'm thinking of with this folder, and I don't think that the problem is the English language. I think it's just my language. I actually think of penpal letters in the same way I think about bullet journal spreads. So the envelope is obviously the cover page, but the front of the folder is also kind of like a cover page, but a little bit less elaborate and less decorated, if that makes sense. So the main component I wanted to have on the front of the folder was a little area where I can write for Lina or to Lina or something like that, just put her name on it to show that it's for her. And then around it I'm just decorating with stickers and washi tape, and kind of the same things that I've put in the rest of the folder and the rest of the envelope. So I'm using the same Arturan Olive Calligraph brush pen for the title of the folder, but I'm using the thin end and not the thick end this time to make a smaller script. And after adding some sparkles, it was finally time to fill all the pockets. So the first thing I did was to put the washi tape sample in its pocket. It barely fit, so I guess I did a good job on that pocket. And then I put in some stickers from my own sticker shop and a bunch of stickers and ephemera from my personal collection that I think Lina will enjoy. Tried to put in lots of blue stuff and some butterfly themed stuff, but mostly it's just a lot of blue stationery. These are actually origami paper, and I just folded them in half so that they could fit into the pocket. I also put in some other scrapbooking paper that I thought she would enjoy. I tried to always put in some similar stationery to what I have decorated the whole letter with, so that's why I put in the little memo pads. And I also put in some circle stickers, which is always nice, and also more washi tape samples, but these are from the washi tape shop, so they have backing paper, so they're very hard to make washi samples out of. So instead I just cut some strips out and I kind of measured so that I knew that they would fit in the pocket, and then I just kind of stuffed them in there. I also had some sticker sheets that I had used some stickers of, but not all of them. So what I did with those is I cut out the stickers and then I just kind of peeled off the sticker paper around the sticker so that they look like sticker flakes. But of course, I haven't yet put in the most important part yet, which is the letter. I'm using some very thin Tomoe River paper for my penpal letters. My letters tend to be quite heavy already, so using thin, lightweight letter paper is a good way to save some grams and save on postage. I'm not going to write the letter on camera because it's very personal and only for Lina, but I'll show you the simple decorations that I am making on the letter paper. I made a little header on top where I wrote "Dear Lina, and then I am just putting some washi tape and some stickers on the rest of the paper, and I am writing on both sides of the paper, by the way, so I'm decorating both sides. I know some people only like to write on one side of the letter, but again, I am trying to add less weight to my letter because I add so many extras and washi tape and all of that. So yeah, just keeping it simple. And then I used a zebra mud liner to make a border around it, and I did end up with 2 sheets, so 4 pages of letter, and then I'm just folding them up like this and putting them through the belly band together with the sticker sheets. And then the very last thing that I did was using my X-Acto knife to cut a little hole. I put some twine through the hole and I tied it all up. So this way the folder won't open up immediately when she opens the letter. She'll have to kind of untie the twine, which I think is a nice touch. And that's all for this pen pal letter and this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and put a blue butterfly emoji in your comment if you watched this video all the way to the end. If you'd like to see more from me, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. That's all for now. I hope that you're all having a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!